Hello, my friends. This is Aharon Dubinsky coming to you today from the Chut Shel Chesed Yeshiva Beit Knesset in the holy city of Yerushalayim in the beautiful state of Israel, under the direction of our beloved rabbi and spiritual guide, Rabbi Shalom Arush. May Hashem bless him always. You know, so those of you who've been with me for a while, and I've been doing this for several years, know that I started off with a question. I'm going to bring that question back up today because it bears repeating. I asked people, are you sick and tired of being sick and tired? In other words, is your life just not what it's supposed to be? Are you thinking that you're missing a lot in life? And maybe the reason you feel that way is because you are. Because you're not looking at it in the right way. And you need to look at it again. Because some people still, after all this time of listening to me, are sick and tired of being sick and tired. And here's the problem for me. I talk to you, you listen to me, you listen to what I have to say, and hopefully it elevates you to some extent. When you fall, I hate to tell you, but I fall with you because I feel like I haven't done what I was supposed to do or I haven't done it properly. So I want to come back to basics and ask you, are you still sick and tired of being sick and tired? Maybe it's because we've forgotten all of the basics. We forget that everything that is, was, or ever will be comes from HaKadosh Baruch Hu, that he does everything with purpose. Why would he waste his time otherwise? And that purpose is always for our ultimate best. How do we know this? Because he's a father. Like I'm a father. Like many of you are fathers and mothers. We want what's best for our children. Never would we do anything that isn't for our children's best and in their best interests? They may not always see it at the moment, but that's the way it is. We do it that way on purpose. Why? We want them to grow up to be happy, healthy, fulfilled, loving adults. And if we don't raise them right from the beginning, what chance do they ever have of living that type of life? For some of you, Hitbodedut has not yet become a habit. And for those of you who have not made a habit of Hitbodedut, I want to tell you something. Do yourselves a big favor and make it a habit. It's what's going to bring you to the point where you understand you don't have to be sick and tired of being sick and tired. You will form a connection with the creator of the universe that is on the basis of your connection with your best friend, your favorite uncle, your favorite grandfather, whatever you can imagine, a great relationship being, that's what you'll have. Now, don't get me wrong. In the beginning, when you start doing it, you're going to feel a little bit funny. I always get a kick out of it because my Rebbitzin always says to me, you always look like you're talking to somebody. Well, I said that's because I am. Not just somebody, the creator of the universe, and he listens to me. And, are you ready? He answers me. He answers all of us. We just need to know how to listen for the answer. The problem is, most of us, when we have a question of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, we ask the question, and then we move right along. We don't wait for him to answer it. If we do wait for him to answer it, we have an answer already concocted in our heads. We have an answer where we know what we want, and that's the answer we expect. And that answer is over here. So we're over here. Well, if the answer he gives is not over here, but over here, you missed it. You missed the answer. You wanted an answer. You asked the question, you wanted an answer. When you come into the question answer period, come in with a very, very clear mind. Open it to all possibilities. Words you might use would be, Hashem, I need your help. You're the only one who can help me to do what I need to do. Nobody else can do it. So whatever you tell me, I will do. You tell me to start something, I'll start something. You tell me to stop something, I'll stop something. I will do whatever you tell me to do. And if we are sincere when we say this, we'll be getting an answer very shortly, maybe immediately, maybe in a day or two. Does it matter? As long as we get the answer. and it changes our life the way we know it needs to be changed, so that we are never again to be found to be sick and tired of being sick and tired. Let me give you an example. I know somebody who's been talking about retiring. They're at an age about my age, and they've been talking about retiring. Maybe I should retire. Maybe I shouldn't retire. Maybe I should move to Ashdod, Netanya, wherever. I should move someplace. But then again, I love Yerushalayim so much, why would I ever want to leave? Maybe I should this, maybe I should that, maybe. And he tells me that the questions go round and round in his head to the point where he can't sleep at night. He can hardly eat. His days are filled with thought of things that might be. His wife doesn't help because she says, I'm sure it would be this way. Maybe it will be that way. Get the answers, people. Get the answers so you don't have to think what might be. You can think what will be. Anyway, last night he told me he was sleeping. Long-awaited sleep. He said, it was almost as if Hashem came to him in his dream and said to him, listen to me. What's the matter with you? I give you tests all the time, nisayon, all the time I give you tests. And you do so well. You pass them. I'm so proud of what you do. Well, what do you think this is? This is just another test. This is just another test. You have to do what you always do. Come to me. Say, Tati, I need your help. I cannot figure this out on my own. There's way too much to it, and I need you. Only you can help me. And then I'll give you the answers. And he woke up in the morning at peace with himself for the first time in weeks. Why? Because he went back to basics. Always a good idea, whenever you're off track, whenever you're out of kilter, go back to basics. Because that's what brought you to the place where you were to begin with. Why would you drop from one level to another level to another level? You don't want to drop. You want to keep going up. So when you pass a test, you move up another step. You pass another test, you move up another step. There's so much work to get here. Why would you put yourself in a position where you get dropped down to here? Because we forgot the basics. The basics are, we do hit bodedut. Why? Because it gives us a one-on-one connection with our Creator. The kind of connection we couldn't get any other way. As I said, my Rebbe looks at me sometimes and says, looks like you're talking to somebody. I go, I am talking to somebody. A great somebody. Someone who has helped me guide my life for the last 15, 20 years since I've made teshuvah. And since I've gotten to Israel, oh my gosh, everything he does helps me out. I'll give you an example. I was here for a short 2 months. And I took the bedroom of a guy who was going to train with Shin Bet. And he was going to be gone for 2 months. And I didn't know where to go yet. So I had a list of about 10 places to check out. And I was sure pretty much any one of them would have said yes to me. This one I was pretty sure would have said no. But I didn't prejudge it. I just went to them all. And would you believe it? All the 10 that I thought would say yes, all said no. One guy actually said to me, well, here's the problem. I'm the newest guy here. And, I don't want the guys to come back and think that I got an old guy to be our roommate. I said, well, you wouldn't get an old guy. You get me. He said, yeah, but you're what? You're like in 60 or something, right? I said, yeah. He said, that's old. I said, I don't think so. I think I'm very young. I'll run circles around most 20-year-olds. He said, well, I can't do it. So anyway, I went through all the list of people. I finally got to the last one. I thought, well, I know he's not going to say yes. He's a young guy, And I went and saw him. And he says, yes, you can have it. But you have to see the landlord. You have to see a Baldira and get approval from her. I said, okay, no problem. I'll go see her. I met with her. She said, fine. I came. I moved in. Next morning, I got up and I prowled the neighborhood. I walked out the door. What's the first thing I see across the street from me? It says, Ohel Aharon. I go, well, isn't that interesting? Right across the street from where I live. So I walk a little bit further down, and I see Ohel Rivka, which is my wife's name. I thought, well, this is getting a little bit strange. So I kept walking a little bit further, and it said, there was a street at the end of the block called Ha'ari. Well, would you know this, that his yard site is my birthday? I said, I've got to see what's at the other end of the street. And I went down to the other end of the street, and what did it say? Brody. That's my Rav. Do you think Hashem was trying to tell me I was in the right place? I think he was. He gives us these kinds of answers all the time if we're looking for them. So I'm there for 2 months, and one day I'm coming home from work, and I wasn't working here at the time. I was working somewhere out in Givat Shaul. And all of a sudden, it occurs to me, oh gosh, it's 1 o'clock at night, and I don't have boxes. I have to move out tomorrow. What am I going to do? Hashem, help me. I have no idea what to do. How am I going to move tomorrow? The words are barely out of my mouth. I come around the corner. Would you believe this? There was a stack of boxes. Brand new box, not the smelly garbage boxes from the supermarket. Beautiful moving boxes that you had to pay for to buy these boxes, and they didn't cut them down and flatten them. They were sitting there, and they had bubble wrap, and they had paper for glasses. It was like shopping at the UPS store in America. And I took what I needed because that's what they were there for, and I moved. This thing happens to me over and over and over and over again. So, when somebody tells me, does Hashem really listen to us? Oh, yes, my friends. He listens to us very carefully. Does he answer us? Oh, you better believe he answers us all the time. The question is, are we open to the answer he will give? Are we willing to say, Hashem, whatever you tell me, I will do? That's how I got my wife, by the way. I said, whatever you tell me, I will do, and he gave me my wife. But that's what we want to do. We want to be sure that we're open to this, because this way, we are never again going to be sick and tired of being sick and tired. We will be loving, joyous, fulfilled, have a life that we love to get up every morning. We can't wait to be around the people around us who we either live with or we work with or are in our neighborhood. We can't wait. And we bring so much joy and so much love and fulfillment to them as well, that we all become a part of bringing Mashiach Tzidkenu and the third Beit HaMikdash, B'mehera v'yameinu. Have a great week, my friends. Have a great Shabbos at the end of the week, and make every day a day worth living. And remember, I see you out there, and I see that smile on your face. You keep it there. It looks good on you. Good luck. Good night.